Hi, my little friends. I have a social story for you today from my backyard. And you might hear dogs barking, and you might hear cars drive by, and you might hear birds. But I thought, how great would it be to have a school lesson from outside on my deck? So today's social skills lesson is on handling frustration. Raise your hand if you've been frustrated at all during this time at home. Me. Hands down. Raise your hand if maybe you have raised your voice or yelled or cried. Me. Hands down. Well, this social story is going to be about handling the frustration that we have, because a lot of this frustration is going to be very, very normal for what we're going through right now. So in cell number 1, it says, we all have things that make us feel frustrated. You know what those things are, right? All right. Say one thing that makes you frustrated to the person who's in the room with you right now. Here are some of the things that I guessed were frustrating. My brother's touching my toys. My sister won't play with me. And here's me. My Lucy barks so loudly. So frustrating. Cell number 2 says, while we're all at home together, sometimes new things might frustrate us, or the things that already bother us go from little deal to big deal. Can you see that? I don't think I'm doing a great job holding it up to the camera. So look at how it gets handled. Stop touching my things! Or the girl says, wah! When her sister won't play. And me, Mrs. Selman, might yell, Lucy, stop barking! That's not normally how we would handle our frustration, right? But right now, we're home in this very weird situation, and we stay at home all the time, and we don't get to see our friends and family. And it's uncomfortable sometimes, right? It's not uncomfortable all the time, but sometimes the little deal frustrations become bigger deals because we're already in a very weird situation. We have to remember it's temporary. I tell myself that it's temporary all the time to make myself feel better. Cell number 3 says, isn't it a little harder now? Being at home has made some things a little harder. Yikes! But we have skills, and this is temporary. We can do this. Now you'll see the list down the side. These are things that you've heard all the time. You heard them in my other social story, and they are super important, and you already know how to do them. Breathe more. Slow, deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Slow, long breath out. And you do that 3 or 4 times. Now, I know I'm repeating myself. I know that was in the last social story, but this is a life skill. You will need it for your whole life. Exercise more. Do more. Ride your bike. Run around in your yard. Have a dance party. Throw the ball for your dog. Use self-talk. That's one of my favorites. I know I always tell you that. I talk to myself in my head. Not out loud, though, because it makes me look crazy if I do that. But in my head, I say, it's okay, Mrs. Selman, you've got this. Or, come on, Mrs. Selman, you're strong. You can do it. Take a break. Yesterday, Mr. Selman and I, we got exercise and we took a break by riding bikes all around our neighborhood. Just us, just the 2 of us, and it was really fun. Use I statements. You remember what they are, right? Let's say I'm talking to Lucy, which would be a little bit crazy, but let's say I'm talking to Lucy and I say, I feel so frustrated when you bark so loudly. Now, she probably won't understand that, but if you said to your brother or sister, I feel sad when you won't play with me, they might say, oh, I'll play with you in 10 minutes when I'm done my assignment. Using I statements is really, really helpful. Here's the last one. on cell number 3. It's normal to feel frustrated. Normal, normal, normal. All of us are going to feel it. And in cell number 4, staying home and missing school, missing our friends, and our normal activities, this can be tricky. We have to take really good care of ourselves and be kind. Be kind to ourselves and to each other. So here, the little guy says, he can play with my toys. He can. It's okay. And she says, I can read a book. If my sister can't play with me right now, I can read a book. And here's me. Mrs. Selman says, I'll take Lucy for more walks. Then maybe she won't bark so much. That's good for her and for me, right? Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to draw another picture like you did last time for the social story assignment. And I want you to draw a picture of something that frustrates you. But here's the tricky part. I want you to add your strategy for handling your frustration. I'm going to show you again some of the things that I wrote on cell number 3. You can use any of these that I said. Breathe more, exercise more, use self-talk, take a break, use I statements, ask for help. You could use any of my ideas, or if you have something special that you do at home that I'm not talking about, I would love to know about that. I would love to know. Maybe snuggle your dog, or I don't know, climb a tree, anything. Tell me anything. And let's remember this. When we use thought bubbles and speech bubbles, like right here, put the words in first and the circle around it after. That way, the words always fit. All right. I miss you all. I miss you so, so much. I can't wait till we're back in school normally again, whenever that is. I miss you, and I will send you more social stories. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, I read a book, and I'm going to send you that too, one of my favorite books. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, my little friends.